Hello everyone, welcome again in Eng-Man YouTube channel. So in this video, we will continue our learning on compositional oil modeling using PVTP software. It's a very powerful and interesting software for fluid modeling. Okay, so in previous video, we have performed the viscosity regression. And now let's just check what happens in our, the matching for the viscosity. And we have our viscosity data in CCE. Okay, so we are going to check the quality of the matching on the right side here, the calculation. But before doing that, let's press calculate objects. Okay, so now let's open the CCE to check the viscosity. Results plot. In CCE, of course, we have oil density, but that's the main thing that I want to show you in this video because we have shown, the quality of the matching for oil density in previous video. Okay, so let's go directly to oil viscosity and boom, it's a very, 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 very good. Okay, let's uncheck everything first. Okay, let's show the PVT sample, the oil viscosity. So this is our data. And let's plot the first fluid model or the first equation of state, which is the pseudo properties. And of course, you can see it's not matched. Okay, and then let's see the quality of the match for the first regression fluid. Here, the second model. Okay, in the first regression, we didn't include the viscosity. So let's see what happens. It doesn't match the lab data. Okay, and also let's plot the third fluid model, which is second regression. It's the same, almost the same with the first regression fluid. So let's see what happens in the viscosity regression fluid. Check it, and you see it's a very, very, very good match compared to the other equation of state or compared to the other fluid models. So let's uncheck everything except the viscosity regression model. Okay, so you can see this is our current match for the viscosity. All right, the blue line with the blue boxes is the calculated value using our model, and the plus green sign here is the lab data. Okay, the calculated oil viscosity provides a good match against the lab data, especially from medium to low pressure on the left side here. Although at higher pressure here, at the right side of 2000 psi, right, some deviation from the lab data is observed. The quality of the match for the, in the right side, it's not very good. However, we need to know that the reservoir pressure in our case is only around 2340 psia. Okay, so the production simulation, our material balance computation will not suffer from the deviation at higher pressure, as as the higher pressure, as these pressures will not be encountered naturally in the reservoir. Okay, so the deviation here occurs especially above maybe here 2785 psig or higher. But we know that these pressures are significantly higher than our reservoir pressure, which is 2300, around 2300. So although the deviation occurs in our reservoir engineering analysis, in our reservoir simulation, this pressure will not be applied. We will only encounter 2300 or lower, which now we have a good match in the lower pressure. Okay, so now we achieved already very good match for, for all our variables, the density, the GOR, the, formation volume factor, and also the viscosity. More extensive equation of state validation, in addition to simulating the lab experiments, is actually recommended because with each additional validation, the confidence of the predictive nature of the characterized model will be increased. One possible additional validation step would be to use the model from PVTP, for example, in, let's say, in Prosper, in MBAL, in material balance model, or in the well model, and to test whether well-test data can be reproduced across time with our fluid model. Okay, so basically, it will be very, very interesting validation if you can export this fluid model into another software, let's say into MBAL for material balance simulation, or maybe into Prosper for well modeling, well simulation, to see whether, with the fluid model that we produce right now, the well test data can be reproduced in those softwares, in MBAL or in Prosper. So that's a very interesting additional validation that we can do on our, fluid model here. So I think regarding the viscosity regression, we have completed with, satisfactory result. And I think we can stop it here. In the next video, probably it will be the last video of this compositional oil modeling series. And the last video will be about equation of state or fluid model export. Okay, so basically from PVTP, from the software, we want to export the fluid model so that we can use the fluid model in other software, like maybe in 3D simulation, in Prosper for well modeling, or to use it in MBAL. Okay, but that's a story for another day. I think we can call it a day. Thank you so much for watching and see you again in the next PVTP videos. Thank you.